Good afternoon. This is Vikas. I am from Capgemini Invent. Hopefully, you can see me and hear me well. Uh, uh, Today, we had a good session with Somil, Saurabh, Ayappan, talking about various things on customer experience, how they are evolving in the current times. What I'm going to do is take off from there and give our perspective on customer experience, how it is evolving, what do we see, how it is ever changing, right? And what could be our response, not just in these times, but in any time to come. So make it time independent and have a customer experience strategy which is suitable for any of these times. So that's what I will try to do. I have 15 minutes, and then we can do some question answers also on this. Hopefully you can see my screen. So let's talk about customer experience. So what I will do is I will start with just recapping the things that we heard from the panel previously. We are talking of we are living in experience economy. People talked of pizzas and all, but yeah, we are definitely living in experience economy. Customer experience is central to business. Everybody understands that, and everybody is trying to be a customer centric business. We also heard from various panelists movement from products to experience, right? So of course we had products in the 70s, and products plus services actually started in the 90s. And what we have been having till now is a lot of technological innovation in those services plus products plus adoption. And we are now talking of experience economy, right? So moving beyond services into the experience part of it, that's where we are. So, and that's what the panel also suggested before. So if we are doing this, then the what and how comes now. The what experience consists of, and how is it formed, what are the various enablers to it. So just a quick representation. As you can see, customer experience is sum of all the brand touch points. It's not just about sales, it's not just about marketing or customer service. It's about things, it's about content, it's about products, right? And the things around the latest buzzwords on AI and bots and everything around it. What you can see is that not one of these dots own customer experience. They all combined own it, and they all combine together to enable it. So what we see here is that there are many functions. If you look at an organization, how do they create this customer experience, right? The multiple functions which are involved, as you can see here, right, in defining and enabling this experience. And traditionally, and whether you call it unfortunately or fortunately, we are divided along functions. Any organization from time immemorial, right? So we have a sales function and a sales expert, or a sales head. We have a marketing function. We have a customer service function. Then we have a product development function, right? We have supply chain or logistics function, which sort of covers it and links it to the customer in some way, in delivery, etc. Then we have the IT function, and now latest the digital function, because CIO is somewhere also there. We have a CDO there. So the many functions which are involved, and this is key to how do we enable all these functions to provide this customer experience. um, that's what we will talk of. We'll talk of data. As you can see, all these how are all these things combined is through data, right? Data moves from here and there, and people talk of data as the new currency. Data is everywhere. Data is even outside, and more outside your organization. So any organization will have internal data, but external data created by customer or relevant to customer is all outside. So data is everywhere. Data is key, and we will talk about it also, Asam. Uh, we heard a lot about disruption from COVID and things like that, but disruptions are unpredictable. Today it is COVID, tomorrow it might be a recovery, tomorrow it might be something else. So it's not just COVID. The experience has to be defined for each disruption, and the organization should be prepared to handle any such disruptions before it occurs. So the organizational ability to churn data, to combine all these functions, to handle disruptions seamlessly is probably the key to provide this seamless and unhindered customer experience. That's what we will talk of, and let's cover it one by one. Data, very important. But we have seen, and I have been a consultant multiple years, and in my experience with Capgemini and others also, we see that organizations tend to start with data, or see that let's get the data first. Let's get data onto one platform. Let's get the inside outside data. But what to do for this data that they unearth is the key. So it is not just about getting all the data, but also what to do with it. I remember there was a time when I wanted to start with exercising, and I was delaying it, and then I thought I will exercise only when I will have a good tracksuit, or a nice shoes, and some gear around it, some Apple Watch or something, some Fitbit, etc. But all those things, when I got, what is more important is what do I want to achieve with all those, right? And so data is important, but there is a question mark to it. There are other things to be done. What do we do with this data is the key thing to be answered here. The second thing is, who's responsible for CX in any organization? So CX is customer experience, and there is a CXO, which is a customer experience officer. There are some organizations who have hired a customer experience officer, a good start. But I would go a step ahead. The CXO is not just a customer experience officer who is in charge of experience. We are talking of a CIO here. We are talking of the CEO himself, right? We are talking of the CMO. We are talking of the COO from the. We are talking of the chief R&D officer, right? From a product development perspective, and so on and so on. So the whole organization, as we saw in my previous slide, is in charge, or is responsible and accountable for customer experience. And if that is not there in an organization, we could be good in certain pockets, but the overall customer experience happens through multiple such pockets, and it is an overall view that the customer forms. And so orchestration along these functions is the key. So that's about the functions part of it. Now the disruptions part of it. I mean, people talk of how do I enable customer experience in my organization, right? People talk of doing customer journey mapping, customer touch points, wow factors, how to enable customer touch points, how to add or delete touch points from an online offline perspective, etc., etc. So there is a big bang approach, and then there is a modular approach. I mean, I'm not saying either one is right. Either you do the entire part of it or do it modular basis, but there has to be an approach, right? And this approach has to be integrated and seamless across the organization. There are multiple ways in which we can find which one is better for our organization, but today's presentation is not to sort of go there, but leave the thought to you that there could be a big bang approach across the organization, or there could be modular approach, and there are pros and cons for both of it. And we should be prepared for disruptions. What happened in last few months? We saw COVID happening. We heard Saurabh Saumil Ayappan talk of remapping the life of consumer. We heard of creating infra products in the change circumstances. We heard of creating new customer journeys. We heard of the new rule is supply availability for driving volumes. Now all these things are there, right? But if we do not have a predefined agile approach to this customer experience, we will fall behind in timeline. So the companies who will be more agile in reacting to this and coming out with the changes in the experience, whether it is in the channel, whether it is in the product, whether it is in the packaging, whether it is in the infra, whether it is in the supply chain, logistics, anything, right? Whosoever is able to do it first will win the market, right? And that is why it is important that we have this agile approach and this agile orchestration, I would call, built into our customer experience. And that is where we as consultants also point out that sometimes the organizations are not equipped for this cross-functional collaboration and orchestration. Sometimes the organizations are not equipped to look into the future and have this agile approach because we are divided by functions. The budgeting in an organization happens in function wise, and it is not possible to change budgets overnight, right? It is not possible to change people or align them to various tasks overnight. So some what we have done, and what we are doing with multiple organization, is a partner approach in this, where we look at this orchestration and we also bring those modular solutions into it. uh, I mean, going ahead, I mean, how do we do it? It's all about executing your strategy around it, right? And how do we bring in our experience into it, where we can help. So we have a brand and experience practice which works on brand and insights, digital marketing, technology, e-com, and even the editorial content, collaterals, experience design, and technology. I mean, you'd be wondering how this changes is happening into organizations like Capgemini, or any other organization which is which you might be experiencing with from an advisory point of view. So there were times when consulting was moving into technology, and technology was moving into outsourcing, and all these three things were getting combined. But what we have seen in last 2 years is marketing operations and marketing strategy and marketing technology getting combined into it. So as a whole solution provided on experience, also are doing this and doing it very successfully across various things. Now, I mean, there are various things around it: brands and insights, on consumer insights. We heard of social media, etc. Product launch, the campaign strategy, the positioning of the brand, the competitive analysis, the brand maturity. I'm not going to go into details of this, but just quickly rush through this, and then go into how do I sum this up with. We are talking of digital marketing, where we work on campaign management, on agency audits, on SEO services, on digital assets, social media management, right? Marketing automation is key. On MarTech and commerce services, on customer journey maps, loyalty management, sales transformation, right? Cataloging and merchandising. So a lot of work happened in this globally through Capgemini. On editorial content, this is the content strategy is itself a very huge part of your customer experience, right? And how do you design for digital? What kind of thought leadership you sort of bring in? Videos and podcast is very important part of social media, and the experience part of it. The infographics, the experience design on UI UX, the animation, very important, and the immersive experience on AR and VR. So all these things combined in one window to provide an overall customer experience strategy and implementation is what we work with. And we work with clients in identifying the journey of your consumers or your customers, on awareness phase, on consideration phase, or decision making phase, and even the further phases of buying and the servicing part of it. And we have multiple solutions around them. So what is the key to it? I think this is the key. This slide doesn't say much, but it has so much behind it. 80% of the companies believe that they will compete mainly on experience that they enable, and we heard that from the panelist. That's what we are hearing. But when 80% are trying to do same things, I'm sure they will do it differently, right? And not all of them will be successful. And what we saw in the initial part of it, how customer experience is made, the diagram that you see here, that the photograph that you see on this slide, is very important. The knots, and the one knot which has to tie all these knots to pull towards the customer, and have that experience, which is a combined effect on of multiple things in an organization, as we saw, is the most important. So the important knot of of how do you combine all these things and pull customer and give that experience to customer will define whether you are able to give that experience and whether you are able to be successful, and how do you differentiate from competition, because if 80% are doing things, they will all be doing things differently. So data is key, but it is not the start point or not everything. We have to get data, metadata, all data, right? But what to do with this data will be defined by that, what kind of customer experience we want to provide. Is it seamless? Is it modular? Is it modular at right now, and can we make it seamless or throughout the organization later on? How do we keep track of this experience, and how do we change this experience? And this is very, very different from what we heard of before when we talked of consistency in customer experience. Of course it has to be consistent, but we can't have consistent processes or consistent strategy, because customer is ever moving. Customer demands, customer needs, customer expectations are ever moving based on the environment, which is not in our hands and not in customer hands sometimes, what we saw here on COVID. So to be agile, to be the first to offer that experience to the customer is the key. And to enable all that into one big knot, so that customer doesn't see you as customer experience or customer service department, or marketing department, or a product development department, or a warranty department, but sees you as one company providing him the entire experience is the key for success. And that is what we built with our capabilities, not just in designing it, strategizing it, but also implementing it with various technologies, and also running it with various services. That's what I would say. Thank you. Time is to begin your journey if you have not started, or at least alter your journey if you've started, and be the first, be the most successful company. Thank you.